everyone, and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. Just want to mention next month, in November, I will be letting the beard go. National Cancer Awareness Month, men's health, all that sort of thing. A very good friend of mine passed away or died just recently. He found out he was diagnosed with cancer. 2 months later died. Went to his liver. It was riddled throughout his body. Very, 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 very nice gentleman. My heart goes out to him, but I hope he's hanging out with his homies up in heaven, with his Italian buddies up there. I know he's a good man, very good man. Love you, Marco. Also found out that a friend of mine from high school died of cancer back in May. Terrible stuff. It happens. We know that, but still, it's good to raise awareness of just how bad it is. And if there's anything we can do, we'll do it. Right? That's what we do. Move my camera a little bit. I don't know if you noticed a couple of my videos back. I had it kind of like over right underneath the bookcase, and I had two little horns. I don't know how many of you noticed. How many of you noticed that? I noticed it right away. It was really funny. I liked it, but I don't really need to have horns behind my head during a wine shooting episode. Really cool here, this episode, because what I love about the San Juan Islands is there's so many cool people that live on the islands, and this is a lady that comes to my wine events. Her name is Cindy Bunch. She has a winery in Illinois looking for a distributor here in Washington State. So if any of you, my friends that have distributorships or as part of a distributor, watch this one. Maybe you would want to look into carrying their wines, bringing them to Washington State. If I'm not mistaken, they actually pulled a winemaker from Washington State to consult with them. I may be wrong about that. I may be confusing some of my stories, but either way, they live here. We have a lot of cool people that hang out on the islands. Chris Pratt has property up here. He likes hanging out up here. Never see him. I've only seen him a couple of times. But it does attract a really eclectic group of people here on the San Juan Islands. So I want to get started with these right away. I'm excited about this, to give these a try. From Southern Illinois, the Walker's Bay Rosé. Now I looked on their website. They didn't give you the composition, what they made it out of. Just a point, you should probably do that. People do want to know what is in their rosé. A lot of people like that little aspect of it. This is 11% alcohol, so low in alcohol. I like that. This goes for $14. They source most of the grapes from California, if not all of them. So it says an American, I believe it says an American rosé. American rosé table wine. Vinted and bottled by The Cellar. So that's the name of their company. Carterville, Illinois. There you go. Excited to try these. She mentioned this a while ago, and I don't know if it didn't stick in my brain, but then some of the people at work ran into her. They tasted her wines. They told me about it, and here she comes with these samples. So I have more than this. I'm going to try more than this, but I thought I'd start with the rosé and two reds. Let's see what we get on the nose. $14. Very herbal. That's kind of cool. I like that. Kind of get like sweet notes of something. Sweet notes of I'm going to say a little bit of strawberry. You get even a little bit of plum action, like white plums. There's a fruit in there I just can't put my finger on. Sometimes I hate it when that happens. That's why it's really fun to taste with a couple of people that you like to taste. In fact, next month I'm going to have a bunch of my friends over. We're going to taste some wines from my cellar. I love it because really when you're together and you're trying to pinpoint some aroma, one of the guys there will just nail it. They'll nail it. And they're like, yeah, that's what I get. That's fun. Hopefully you guys get a chance to do that. I would recommend doing that if you enjoy drinking wine. Get together with some friends, just kind of have fun, you know, identifying some of the aromas. Get a little bit of peach, and I'm getting a little bit of watermelon rind there. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what we get on the palate. This baby is sweet. This is a sweet rosé. And now, I'm not prejudiced, okay? I like my rosé dry. That doesn't mean I'm going to diss it, because it's sweet. So I get like watermelon with sugar on it, but you know, it's not granulated. I mean, don't get the granulation of the sugar, but it's definitely sugar on your watermelon. Maybe with a few peaches thrown in, definitely peach thrown in. That's what I'm getting, kind of a watermelon peach action thing going on. I think it's well made rosé. It's just too sweet for me, but I think some of you are going to like it. Dry rosé right now is just ripping it. I mean, everybody loves dry rosé. So if I were to sell this to somebody, I'd have to say, do you like your wines a little bit sweeter? Definitely they would like this one. The peaches linger nicely. I like the watermelon peach finish. It dries out a little bit on the backside, which is good. This is tough, you know. I mean, I didn't make the wine, so I don't mind critiquing it a little bit more. I would never do my own wine on YouTube. I mean, come on. I hope I could be objective, but that would be rough. Well, if you like your wine sweeter on the sweeter side, has a nice dry finish, so I like that. I'm gonna go B minus B. I think it's well made. It's well made. Just too sweet for me, but I think based on the quality of the wine, the structure of the wine, the dry finish, I'm gonna go B minus B on that. Not my style, but I think a lot of you would like it, especially if you're just breaking into rosé and you want to try something new. Just a little bit of a caution. A majority of the rosés that come on the market these days are not this sweet. But yeah, not bad. I'm gonna go B minus B. Let's move on. I decided to go Cab next. I'll tell you why in a minute. The next one's a blend, but it's a Zinfandel Syrah brand, so it might be bigger. This is the Walker's Bluff Cabernet Sauvignon. It rolls in at 24 bucks. It is a 2000 and... I do not see a vintage, guys. Maybe it is non-vintage. Maybe they blend vintages. That's always possible. American Cabernet Sauvignon, they probably get it from California. It might be blended vintages. I don't know. Cindy, if you come in the store, let me know if I'm just stupid here, which is possible, or if this is non-vintage. Too late for me to go run to the website. Talk about holding you up. Nothing wrong with non-vintage. Just not used to seeing that. Let me see if the cork has it on. Not seeing it on the cork either, guys. Anyway, let's give it a whirl. Walker's Bluff Cab, Illinois, Southern Illinois. Let me show you the label. By the way, look at their website. They do some cool stuff. They have some nice concerts up there. They've just built a wine den, evidently. I didn't see pictures of it, but they're doing some cool stuff. I mean, I guess it's a really cool destination spot. Let's see what we get on the nose. little bit of a black tea action coming through. Leather for sure. Getting currants for sure. Yeah, a lot of leather, which is, I like that. The currants are in there. The black tea, a little tobacco. Like the nose. Let's see what you get on the palate. Like this wine. When I read it on the website, did I mention it's 24 bucks? Okay. But when I read it on the website, it said big, bold, powerful. You know, be careful with those words because that can come across as an Australian Shiraz or something. And this says nothing like that. Yeah, it has good fruit. I get a lot of black currant notes coming through, a little bit of dark cherries. I get a nice spicy component coming through on the side of my tongue. I like that a lot. The leather, the tobacco, the black tea elements all kind of combine nicely with the fruit. Has good flow across the palate, good structure. A little bit of a vegetal, just a tiny bit of like branchy maybe, maybe a little bit of tomato leaf versus a stem difference, but just slight. But that's very cool. For us wine geeks, we like that in a cab. The fruit is there, the structure's there, and then you get that little herbal or that little vegetal component that comes through, just barely adds to the complexity of the wine. The leather comes through, right? I get a really good hit of leather on the back end. The tannins are sweet, but it's a dry wine, so that's a really cool combination. $24, that's their online price. I looked it up online. I'm saying that's a very solid Cabernet Sauvignon for 24 bucks. I would have no problem selling that wine for 24 bucks. Good representation of the state of Illinois. I'm liking it. I'm going to go B plus A minus on that. I think it's a good cab. I do. I like it. Let's move on. This is the Ozzy Osbourne Solar Red. This is Ozzy Osbourne's wife. He did I guess he did a concert up there, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Zinfandel Syrah blend, according to their website. 27 bucks, so we're not talking chump change here. Hopefully they're just not going off the whole Ozzy Osbourne thing. It is a $27 wine. Let me show you the label. Very cool label. There you go. So even in my mind, okay, Ozzy Osbourne. We do that. Or we get not nervous, but like, I hope the wine's good. $27, like I said, it's just not something, you start taking your wine pretty seriously when you start spending that kind of change on it. Let's see what we get on the nose. Wow, that's kind of funky. God, I'm not even sure what it is. Definitely chocolate. There's definitely chocolate there. There's an interesting, menthol, a little bit of menthol coming through. It's like cherries meets menthol meets a little bit of an oatmeal component coming through, like a, like granola bar sort of thing. I think it's that kind of menthol thing that's kind of throwing me off just a little bit, but it's not off-putting by any way. It's just very interesting. Let's see what we get on the palate. It's a Zinfandel. We're going to say right off the bat, I go, wow, this is a Zin. You get black raspberry, dark cherry, currant notes coming through, very sweet tannins. It's interesting, it has a little bit of a dry finish. I'm getting a little bit of a citrus component on the back of the finish. This is for a Zinfandel drinker. Absolutely, positively, a Zin drinker will love this wine. It's got that nice ripe fruit characteristic to it. Finish is dry. Boy, it lingers on the side of your tongue big time. That menthol, but it doesn't taste like menthol, but you get that effect of menthol on the side of your mouth. I'm not sure what to think about this wine. It has a meaty component to it too, which I find very interesting. Now, let's just be honest here. It's a $27 Zinfandel. And I could find a whole bunch of $15 to $20 Zins that are better than this one, or at least as good. What I will say about it is it has a lot of punch on the palate. I mean, it pops your palate with big fruit, which is kind of cool. If that's what you want, I mean, there's a wine for every occasion. And you may have one of those days where you just say, I need just something just really delicious. Sit down on the couch. I want to think about it. I just want to enjoy it. This is that wine. Has a little spice action on the back end. A little bit of chocolate. Definitely chocolate on the backside. I think it's a touch overpriced. I mean, obviously the packaging, really cool label, but it is, it's good Zin. I mean, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for Lodi, Amador County, those big, bombastic, solid Zins, this kind of fits into that category. Saying it's a touch overpriced. I'm going to go straight up B on this wine. I see nothing wrong with it. It's definitely above average. Definitely a good wine. The bottle is really cool. Maybe something you want to put on your, save in your cellar, just to put up there, just to show off. That's a cool point. I could find you a boatload of Zins in the $15 range that could rival this, but overall I think it's okay. Good wine, B. Straight up. There you have it. I will be reviewing these wines again on my next episode, the next batch that I have, which will be interesting. But yeah, these are solid wines. I mean, absolutely solid wines. Worth looking into. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.